How can we subtract whole numbers? That is our essential question. Mount Bear and Mount Bona are two mountains in Alaska. Mount Bear is 14,831 feet tall, and Mount Bona is 16,421 feet tall. How much taller is Mount Bona than Mount Bear? Before we begin, let's circle the important information. Let's find out what we have to know. So we're going to underline our question. And how are we going to find that out? We're going to put a box around our clue words. Before we even do that, let's go ahead and estimate. 16,421 can be rounded to 16,000, and 14,831 can be rounded to 15,000. 16,000 minus 15,000 is 1,000. This is important because we know that our final answer needs to be close to 1,000. Let's go ahead and subtract. Remember that when you subtract, it's really important to line up your place values. So let's look at this. 1 minus 1 is 0. So let's go to the tens place. 2 minus 3. We can't do that because 3 is greater than 2. So we need to regroup. We're going to regroup to subtract the tens. What does that mean? It's just renaming it. So 402 tens is equal to 312 tens. I take a group of 100 and I put it in my tens place. That leaves me 3 here and 12 here. Well, 12 minus 3 I can do, and that's 9. Now I need to regroup the hundreds because 3 minus 8 is not going to happen. So I do the same thing. I look at my thousands place, and I see that 6,300 is the same thing as 5,000 and 1,300. So this becomes a 5. I cross out this and I add another 1,000 to it. So now I can regroup and subtract. 13 minus 8 is 5. Now I move over to my thousands place. 5 minus 4 is 1. I do not have to regroup. And I move over to my 10,000s place, and 1 minus 1 is 0. I can add a 0 if I want, but I really don't need to. So my final answer is 1,590. So Mount Bona is 1,590 feet taller than Mount Bear. Since 1,590 is a close estimate of 1,000, the answer is reasonable. It's pretty close. Even though we say 5 and above, give it a shove, when you're talking about larger numbers, 1,000 is close enough. It's reasonable.